Hi, I'm Anna Martinez. I'm from Gibraltar and I've just completed my LLM on global environment and climate change law at the University of Edinburgh. I can summarize the whole academic year as being kind of like a golden year in my academic life. It was extremely motivational and it was action packed with so many plans professionally and personally. Um, so, to begin with, all courses offered on my program were extremely interesting. I undertook international climate change law, international climate change litigation, international environmental law, law of the sea. And what I really appreciated about the school is that it allowed me to undertake another course in a geosciences school. So I undertook environmental governance and policy from their school, which allowed me to learn from different teaching styles and to have a more holistic scientific view with my environmental legal work. And it opened the door to meeting other fellow course mates with similar interests. And this is actually another amazing aspect of the course. You're surrounded by such diversity, people coming from the US, Germany, Spain, Ireland, Slovenia, you name it. It's a very international hub. Um, and what is the most interesting thing is that everybody's connected by the same passion of tackling environmental and climate change issues with the power of law. So, as you can probably imagine, you meet a lot of inspiring individuals. Finally, one of my favorite aspects on the course were undoubtedly the professors. Professor Harrison and Professor Garley's extremely high level caliber of teaching was extremely inspiring. We were learning from week to week the most current news on climate change, while also being connected to the relevant professionals in the employment sector. So myself and three other course mates applied to the Department of Social Responsibility and Sustainability to undertake a project to raise awareness on climate issues. So in March 2020, we strategically planned and coordinated a media team and potential speakers to create a broadcast for a climate conversation series. A great thing about projects in Edinburgh is that the amount of support and advice you can get from the university. There was supposed to be a ceremony for this project, but obviously it was COVID prime time. Likewise, we also planned a project for the Clinton Global Initiative University. In a nutshell, it's a program with mentorship to take actions for pressing issues. We had to adapt our primarily international idea to a more local scale. So we wanted to streamline institutional options for environmental learning within courses throughout all disciplines of undergraduate students. Like COP, meeting Bill Clinton at the University of Edinburgh was postponed due to the outbreak, unfortunately. So when COVID hit, I quickly realized how little power you actually have for your future sometimes. We had so many plans and internships cancelled, which of course, after such an inspiring year, can be a little bit heartbreaking. But it was of vital importance to give value to what primarily matters, which at the end of the day is your health and mental well-being. So I'm lucky to say that I had a relatively good schedule. Teaching was moved online and it was still very engaging. Professors always remained available if you had to call them. They were very supportive. To be honest, it all changed very fast. So I ensured to focus on my submissions as much as I could, whilst also trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle and acceptance of the new COVID future. I also thoroughly enjoyed the beauty of the city. So I love that you have just Arthur's Seat outside your window during your classes. Carlton Hill is beautiful, and the proximity to the Highlands that you can get to the Midlands just in like 2 hours is beautiful. At the moment, I'm very thankful that I'm doing a legal internship with CIEL, which stands for the Center for International Environmental Law. They have offices in Geneva and in DC. So I'm currently doing that from Edinburgh at the moment. I work with the climate and energy team as well as the environmental health team. We generally work with plastics management, chemicals management, climate financing, and the interaction between human rights and climate change. And I'm grateful to say that I'm inspired daily by my colleagues. Looking forward, I will either try to qualify as a lawyer in the UK or continue with academic studies since it's what I thoroughly enjoy.